Alright, what's up YouTube? I'm on a walk right now with my shirt off. It's like 30 degrees Celsius where I'm from. Not gonna leak, bro, not gonna leak. Anyways, I want to talk about this thing that's been bothering me for a while. Not really bothering me, but it's been on my mind, and I made a video earlier today when I was on my first walk after breakfast. But then I couldn't really formulate what I was trying to say properly, and I think I was like overwhelmed with like emotion rather than like, speaking with logic. And so, go peek the physique though, bro. Feeling lean, bro. Feeling lean and toned. Trying to get to like 12% body fat. Anyways, so where do I fit in during the collapse, or where do I fit in even when there's the opportunity to rebuild, right? So we all know this collapse is coming. I mean, if you're watching this video, you probably know that the collapse is coming, and it's most likely coming within the next 2 to 3 years. We're already on the decline. It's just there may be like the next, I wouldn't say like global, because it's mostly Western civilization, but like the next upheaval will ultimately be the catalyst for this, the crisis. So like I'm reading the Fourth Turning right now, and I'm reading the one that's the updated version, because there's the Fourth Turning from 1997, and then there's the Fourth Turning from like, I think it's like 2024. I'm not sure when it was released, but the new one, it's like what stage we're in now, right? And I do believe that right now we're still in the unraveling stage, right? But soon we will reach the stage of crises or crisis. I don't know which one you pronounce it with, but anyways, like when we get to the stage of crisis, we will then see the shift in mentality. When things get rough, people are no longer going to be in a state of like precaution, or I don't think there's going to be any like holding back. I think whatever people are going to, like, it's going to be like do or die. Like once that barrier of comfort gets taken away, the initial barrier of comfort, that's all that really needs to go for people to take action. Because right now people have comfort, but as soon as that goes, then it's like, all right, time to walk the fuck in. So if there's no like major crisis, like another like pandemic or like stock market crash or housing crash, or just like, if there's no like pinpoint thing, like pinpoint upheaval that happens, I do think that no matter what, like the institutions and the system will like naturally, I don't want to say naturally, but it's not like it's not of nature, but I mean there are like laws of nature, but I do think it's going to collapse no matter what. Like that is just like, it's going to deteriorate to the point, fuck bro, these fucking horseflies, I hate them, bro, so many. I think it's just going to deteriorate, right, to the point of just like it's no longer existent, or it just gets so low. That's when humanity can kind of jump in and start to rebuild. And so, oh fuck, one sec. So if that's what's gonna happen, right? And I'm a person in film and media, which that is like my main medium I have chosen. Obviously, I do have a deep interest in philosophy, psychology, just like all, like the humanities, right? Bro, I got an interest in the humanities, right? But no matter what, film is my medium. Film is something I'm technically good at. How can I actually make change with that medium? I've thought about this and I've written out a few different ways I can do it, but it almost feels like what I'm pursuing is silly. But it feels intuitively right though. It's very paradoxical, if that's the right word, because there's this quote my friend told me a while back, and it goes, your best work is your first work, or your first work is your best work. And fuck, dude, my shirt keeps falling. It states that the first work you did is the most like authentic, or it's like it best describes or best conveys what your ultimate message is, right? And so my first work that I ever did was like this 30-minute video essay about existence and society and Western civilization, and like my feelings of depression and nihilism, right? And so that was my first work. Then that idea of critiquing society and existentialism and metaphysics and even transcendentalism, that will persist in like everything I do. And I only think I have 2 works. Like, yes, I've made like little short videos on my like Instagram account, but like my film, like Death of the Western Icon, that falls under the same category. And so I do believe I only have like 2 actual works of art, or like things that are actually something of value or something that I think carry deep meaning. And so, fuck, bro, I'm telling you, bro, I'm gonna crash out these fucking flies, bro. And so, dude, if I have 2 works, then my next work will most likely be under that same category or that same idea. But will it be in film necessarily? But the thing is that what else would it be in if it wasn't in film? Because I do believe, like film, like I see it still as like this art form, when really I should be seeing it as a sword. I should be seeing film as an axe, a tool, or a weapon to my advantage, rather than just a medium. And so when I think of myself, I don't think of myself as a director or an artist. I think of myself as a warrior for culture. But the thing is that the world hasn't adjusted to these labels that I am, switching in and out. Like, we still live in a very consumeristic, material world. And so I just don't know, like what even to really call myself. So anyways, back to the whole thing of like film. I do think that it starts with the entertainment, and I do think whatever you consume online will persist throughout your life. Therefore, I try to put out some good, because in the age of endless content and endless like IG reels where they go like this, they say, so these are the things that are going on. Oh my gosh. So this is what's going on in my life. Blah, blah, blah. I just did this, blah, blah. Like they're picking up their phone and they're like, okay, here's like 10 things you need to do to change your life. Like just these endless videos of just like 15-second to 45-second talking head pieces of content. Like those are great. They've changed my life. But thinking long term and thinking how much they've changed my life, it's all of them together right? Like, it's not one video I see and it's like, oh wow, I feel like really inspired. It's typically just like an accumulation over, you know, the course of a few months or a year. But the thing is, what actually changed my life, like looking back, was, you know, watching the movie. It's called The Fall. So it's not a movie, it's a film called The Fall. Forget the director's name, but it was shot like all across like southwest or this South Asia, or just like India or not. Like that, The Fall changed my life. That was I'm gonna use the word brilliant. I've been trying to use the word brilliant more. That was a brilliant film. And so I do think that film is taken into consideration in a greater sense, comparatively to just content and short form videos, because film, you know, somebody actually took the time to make something, spend money. Like, film is the long process. That's what film is. That's what really separates film from video. I mean, video is kind of like, it's like movies and film, or entertainment and art. Like, you know, it's like a compare and contrast. Like, one is short, one is long. Like, I don't know, I'm not gonna get too into it, but like, film shows that you care. And so if I convey a message that is meaningful and that speaks volumes through film, I can hopefully inspire those and sort of create change through that way. Because I'm not like a not to be a tech CEO, but I'm not like in computer science, and I don't understand like website building or app building and technology. And right now I know we're in like a technological era of, like, you know, AI and surveillance and identity and optimization. And so, like, yeah, like, it would be great to be super into the sciences or like computer shit, but I gotta realize, like, we all got our different roles, and I think I just have to accept that my role may just be, you know, film, you know, or the like philosophy, I guess you could say. Like, think of a philosopher as like a vessel. They just put these ideas, these grandiose topics into words really, really effectively. I think that's kind of in line with what I want to do, right? Just take these ideas and put them into something consumable that evokes emotion, is technically pleasing, and just fucking looks cool. Like, straight up, dude. Like, I don't even want to like be too like traditional with film. Like, I want to like make something that looks cool. Like, I'm into this like underground shit, into like cool looking shit. I don't want to make just these bland, like, deep substance films, but that just carry like no youth in a way. Like, I'm trying to stroke the juvenile mind, right? And I gotta be particular when it comes to that. So yeah, I wanna, like, film is my medium, and I intuitively know this. It's hard right now because you see all this shit about AI and like computer shit and like entrepreneurs, and on how they're making their change, right? They're doing what they can, or what they're good at, to decentralize like big corporations. And I'm here on the, the art side, and it feels like I can't do anything. But really, it starts with the entertainment, and I think it's just a longer game to play. It's easy to just pick up your phone and make those content style videos, but to actually, like I said, dedicate your life to film, it shows something, and to the people that pick up on that, some serious change can be made as a byproduct of witnessing my dedication to the craft. And so I don't mean that in like an egotistical way, and saying like I'm gonna save the world, but I think that's the only logical or like rational decision behind, or reasoning behind, my decision of pursuing film, and intuitively knowing that it's gonna be okay and it's gonna work out. So, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Peace.